Hey, Eric. I got back from the hospital your mom's staying at today. The doc said she's getting discharged next month.
Oh, really? Oh man, I gotta tell you. I thought it was just a broken bone. I had no idea she'd end up staying in hospital this long. Well, I'm pleased she's finally gonna be getting out, you know. Oh, she must be so relieved. What did she say?
I guess she is glad, but we're not out of the woods yet, you know? There's still the minor issue of her not being able to walk at all. What are we gonna do about that? She still has to get around on crutches.
Oh, so what?
So, who's gonna look after her? She's gonna be all on her own if she goes back to her place.
Wait a sec, you mean you're not gonna do it?
Me? Are you being serious? How am I supposed to do it? I'm busy with work.
You only work part-time. You've been visiting her in hospital non-stop since she got admitted, taking her things, helping her move around the ward. You're basically already her carer, so you obviously have the time.
I only did those things because you asked me to. It's not like I didn't make sacrifices.
Well, the only difference now is instead of helping her at the hospital, you'll be helping her at home. What's the problem?
To tell you the truth, I wasn't exactly crazy about driving out to the hospital every day either. I only did it because there was no one else. Believe me, I didn't want to. Did you forget how badly she bullies me?
Shouldn't that be past tense? She stopped recently, right? I think she realized the error of her ways because you were so kind to her in hospital, you know? I bet she feels bad about the bullying now since you're constantly going out there to take her things. My mom's changed, Luna.
I'm pretty sure that's only because there are other people around, and she doesn't want them to know how horrible she is to me. She still grumbles and complains about the pettiest things when it's just the two of us. Not only that, but she still barks orders at me over a message just like always.
You're a big girl, babe. You're strong enough to take it. If anyone has what it takes to look after my mom, it's you. All you have to do is help her get around and keep on top of things around the house. I mean, you're so good at it by this point. It would be a shame to let your skills go to waste, right? Right?
All I have to do? You talk about it like it's nothing. Do you have any idea how much of my day looking after your mom eats up? It's not a question of whether I'm capable or not. It's a question of whether I get to live my own life. Besides, my responsibilities would skyrocket. The hospital has been taking care of the food and cleaning until now, but that all fall to me at her place. I'd be going from helping out a little here and there to being her literal full-time carer.
Don't be ridiculous, babe. It's a broken leg, not dementia. There's still plenty she can do. It's fine. Take a chill pill.
The reason I'm saying these things is because it's not fine, Eric. Remember back when all this started? It'll only be while she's in hospital, babe. You can go back to normal when she gets out, babe. What happened to that? You never said anything about looking after her when she gets out, and it's not fair of you to spring it on me like this.
What do you propose we do with her then?
We? She's your mom, Eric, and she hasn't been nice enough to me to warrant me going out of my way to help her. The bottom line is, I won't be looking after her when she gets discharged, and that's final. If you're so worried, look after her yourself. If you want my honest opinion, I think she'd be better off in a care facility till she can walk again.
You want to dump my mom in an old folks' home? She's only in her 60s.
Doesn't have to be an old folks' home. There are all kinds of places that look after the disabled or people who aren't so good on their feet. That way, she'll have a team of trained professionals to help her and be surrounded by people in similar situations. Surely that beats being cooped up at home all on her own with me, dropping by at great inconvenience to myself to provide care I'm not even qualified to give?
God damn it. Well, I can't believe she's finally set to get discharged, and this is your attitude. I'd feel bad about putting her in a facility. Sure, she'd be alone a lot, but she feels comfortable at home.
If you feel that bad, look after her yourself. She's not my problem.
I work like a dog every day at the office to put food on the table for you. You can't seriously be telling me to look after my mom on top of that.
I'm saying figure something out yourself. If looking after her yourself isn't an option, then you'll have to go arrange for her to go somewhere else.
God damn it. How can you be so heartless? This is the woman who gave birth to me we're talking about here.
I know that. She won't let me forget. She uses the fact she's my mother-in-law as justification to treat me like her slave. Believe me, I wanted us to get along more than anything.
Look after her then.
Keyword being wanted. I gave up when I realized what a venomous bully she is. She clearly has no intention of building a healthy, respect-based relationship with me. So why should I go out of my way to help her? She lets herself into her house and throws my cooking and personal belongings in the trash without even telling me. She demands I divorce you every time I have the misfortune of seeing her. Why would I want to care for someone who treats me like that?
That's just what mother-in-laws are like.
It amazes me that you think you can explain this away with a single sentence. How many times have I told you about all the crap she puts me through? In spite of that, you haven't said a single thing to her. It's like you don't even care.
Why rock the boat and let a petty squabble between in-laws turn into a fully fledged family-wide drama? If you guys have beef, you need to hash it out between yourselves.
The reason I'm telling you for the 1,000th time is because this isn't something I can fix on my own. She's your mother, for crying out loud, Eric. You should be the one responsible for arranging her care.
Well, fine. I see how it is. Looks like I'll have to deal with this myself. I need you to carry on looking after her till she gets discharged, but I'll figure something out for when she does.
Really? I'm repeating myself here, but let me make it crystal clear that I will absolutely not drive to and from her house to look after her when she gets out.
Geez, enough already. I heard you. You got some nerve. You know that, woman? I'm busy enough as it is, and now you're palming your jobs off onto me. Everyone knows it's a wife's sworn duty to look after her in-laws, but obviously common sense doesn't apply to you.
Sworn duty? I think that might be pushing it a little. You know, I actually wouldn't mind looking after her if she wasn't so horrible to me.
Whatever, I've heard enough. I'm going to take care of everything to do with her discharge and the arrangements afterwards. In return, I need you to keep your mouth shut about her for a change.
Fine by me, as long as I don't have to look after her.
Fine. Don't forget this conversation, Luna. Luna, I just got done talking with Mom about what's going to happen when she gets out of hospital.
How did it go?
It's good. We made a decision. The move will be taking place next month.
Really? I'm pleased to hear she understands it's for the best. Where will she be moving?
Well, my mom's not the one moving. We are.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
Me and you are moving in with my mom next month. I take it you got no objections to that?
What? We're moving in with your mom? Why would you agree to that?
Agree? No, I was the one who suggested it. She said she didn't want to live in a home full of crusty old bedwetters, so I figured me and you moving in with her was the best option.
The best option? How do you work that one out? You mean because I'll be the one responsible for looking after her?
Yeah, you said you didn't want to drive to and from her house to look after her. And to be fair, that would be super inefficient. I thought on it a little, and that's when it hit me. My stroke of genius. I figured if we move in with her, you can look after her without wasting all that time on the road.
What the hell are you talking about? It wasn't the driving part I wanted to avoid. I can't believe you, Eric. The reason I said no is because I don't want anything to do with her. I was able to tolerate her at the hospital because I didn't have to spend much time alone with her thanks to the nurses. I'm not joking when I say I'll have a nervous breakdown if we have to live under the same roof.
You don't know that unless you try.
No, Eric. I know damn well how awful she makes me feel, and I don't need to intentionally subject myself to her company any further to understand. There is no way I'm moving in with her.
Look, think about it, babe. We won't even have to pay rent if we live with my mom. We could save so much money. Mom said we only have to pay for our food. The merits are endless.
This isn't about the money. I can't be under the same roof as your mom 24/7. I'll go insane.
She can't even move without help. What's the worst she could do? A few unpleasant comments here and there, the occasional frown. Jesus, Luna, I thought you were made of stronger stuff than this. I don't get why it has to be such a big deal. Does a frail old lady who can barely move by herself terrify you that much?
I'm not scared. I'm just physiologically impossible for me to live in the same house as her. How would you feel about living under the same roof as someone who hated your guts and went out of their way to make you as miserable as possible?
She's family. What choice do we have?
That's funny. I lost count of how many times she told me I'm not part of your family.
Are you really as tilted over the nonsensical ramblings of an old-age pensioner? Stop being so neurotic.
Not wanting to live with my abuser makes me neurotic? Wow, you really have absolutely no intention of trying to understand how I feel, do you?
Right back at you. You don't understand my feelings either. Why do you think I suggested we move in with her? I did this for you. You said you didn't want to waste time driving to and from her house, so I came up with an alternative. And this is how you repay my kindness.
Kindness? Give me a break!
Enough of this crap. We're moving in with my mom, and that's the end of it. I already told the landlord we'll be leaving next month. Start packing up our stuff. We're moving in the day before her discharge.
Understood. I'll start getting everything together.
What? Am I hallucinating? Did you actually... Whoo! Yippee! Whoop-de-frickin'-doodle-doo! I see, babe. This wasn't so hard. Why couldn't you have just been like this from the get-go? My mom said she's gonna fix up that contrarian personality of yours when we live together. She can't wait to have you. She's promised she'll never disobey my orders again once she's done with you. Oh, Luna, you done with everything at the apartment?
Yep. I'm just about to leave and hand the key back to the landlord.
Oh, good. The removal van just got to my mom's place. They're carrying our stuff in now.
Cool.
Jesus, Luna. Some of these boxes are so dusty. Couldn't you have made them look a little more presentable before sending them off with the removal guys? They're gonna think we're poor. And make sure you clean up once we're moved in. I'm not gonna let you make a mess of my mom's house.
Do it yourself.
Hey, don't disobey me, woman. I was at work all day yesterday and I'm tired. Besides, I'm exhausted from changing mom's bed sheets and taking out the trash just now. Hey, wait a sec. Hey, something's not right here. The removal guys only brought my stuff in. What happened to yours? Is there a problem?
Nope, no problems. I'm not moving in with you. Good luck caring for your mom.
You're not moving in with us? What? What are you talking about? This some kind of prank?
I never agreed to move in the first place. That's why I won't be joining you.
But you said... you said you would. Wait a second, let me check the message. Yeah, you said you understood.
That was in response to you ordering me to start packing our things up.
What the hell? How can you do this to me on the day of the move? If you didn't want to come, you should have just freaking told me.
Go on, scroll through the messages again. I think you'll find I told you plenty of times. You just ignored me, as always. You decided we were moving in with your mom without me, so I decided not to come without you. You hardly have any right to complain.
What about my poor mom? I work full time. I don't have time to be a goddamn living carer.
Not my problem. I told you I didn't want anything to do with her. This could all have been avoided if you just listened. Looks like your stubborn arrogance finally came back to bite you in the ass, huh, Eric? She would have kicked the bullying into high gear when she had me at her place. I would have been so dependent on her, I wouldn't have been able to do a thing about it. There isn't a wife on the planet who'd willingly put themselves in that situation.
Forget this crap, Luna. You've had your fun now. Just hurry up and get over here.
No chance.
If you don't come this instant, me and you are getting a divorce. I mean it, I'll do it.
Great. Can't wait.
Huh?
I did this knowing full well it meant divorce. You're a scumbag of epic proportions, and the sooner you disappear from my life, the better.
Who the hell do you think you're speaking to, bitch? You work part-time. Even worse, you're in your 30s. You don't seriously think you can get by without me around to support you?
I'll take a life of potential uncertainty over the one of guaranteed misery I get living as you and your mom's slave and verbal punching bag.
I'll never forgive you for this, bitch. You just made the biggest mistake of your life. If you don't get your ass over here right now, I'm telling my mom. Don't think I'm gonna let you escape. I won't sign the divorce papers. Hello? You there? Luna, answer me. Hey! Luna, please respond. I'm so sorry. I'm begging you to respond.
Hey, Eric. I just got done talking to my lawyer. He said if you refuse to sign the divorce papers, I can take you to divorce court. It sounds like a lot of trouble, but If you won't sign, then I'll have no choice.
Luna, wait, please don't do this. Can't we just talk things through?
What is there to talk about? Asset division?
No, not that. The divorce itself. You're not even letting me have a say. I don't want a divorce.
This is rich. You're the one who threatened me with divorce if I wouldn't move in with you and your mom.
That was just, well, no, I was joking. Or, I just wanted to scare you a little because you made me mad.
That's a shame, Eric, because I do want a divorce. Like, really, really, really badly. We're never getting back together, and nothing you say could ever change that.
Why'd you have to be like this? People move in with their in-laws all the time.
What's your point? That you base all of your actions on what other people do without any thought of your own? I guess your little pea-brain would struggle with something as complex as independent thought. Your mom needs near full-time care. But more than that, her sole purpose for existing seems to be to make my life a living hell. I'd have to be nuts to live with her. I made this all clear before, so you can hardly be surprised. This is your own stupid fault for being too stubborn to listen to me. I can't be married to a guy who's not capable of communicating with me.
I'm sorry, I should have asked you if it was what you wanted. I know I've been an idiot, but I was really worried about leaving my mom on my own.
I understand that, but the responsibility of caring for someone who's almost incapable of moving around on their own is huge. It's not something that should be taken on lightly, and especially not without discussing it properly first. The fact you demand I look after your mom, despite knowing how horrible she is to me, told me all I need to know about how you really are as a person, Eric. Whatever it was I saw in you when we got married, I don't see it anymore. I wouldn't move in with your mother if you paid me.
I'm sure she'll realize what an amazing person you are once we all live together. Yeah, that's it. The only reason she was like that with you up to now is because she doesn't know the real you. Remember when you said before you wanted you and her to get along? Well, this is your chance, babe.
That was before she started bullying me. And please, Eric, you must think I'm a total moron. You told me she was gonna fix up my contrarian personality when we moved in together. The idea of having anything more to do with either of you makes me physically sick. I stopped seeing you as my husband the moment you start treating me like your subordinate instead of your wife.
Please, Luna, I'm really, really sorry. I didn't want to do what I did. I just didn't think I had a choice because of how desperate my mom's situation is. I wanted to do whatever it took to convince you to move in with her.
Yes, I know how selfish you are. You don't need to remind me. There was never anything to convince me because I told you categorically that it wouldn't be happening from the get-go.
Fine. Fine, you win. You don't have to move in with her. How about just paying her visits 3 times a week instead?
You cannot be being serious right now. Does everything I say to you go straight in one ear and out the other? This isn't a question of being a live-in versus a visiting carer. It's a question of me walking away and never looking back. We're getting a divorce, you imbecile.
Please, baby, I'm in a really difficult situation here. Mom can't move without her crutches, and she's super stressed. She keeps demanding I do everything, housework, helping her move. I even had her help her sit down on the toilet earlier. She called me 25 times while I was at work today. The house was like a bomb site when I got back. She's clearly not capable of doing this by herself, and I think she might lose her mind at this rate. And me along with her.
So what you're saying is, you want me to do all that crap instead? Thank God I didn't move in with you. Best decision of my life.
I'm sorry, I really messed up, babe. I should never have treated you that way. But if you come back, I promise we'll do this as a team. I'll always be by your side, I promise. I promise I won't leave everything to you. Want to know why that is? Because I love you, my honey munchkin.
Don't honey munchkin me, jerk! You said the exact same thing when she got admitted to the hospital. And what happened? I ended up doing everything. You didn't even help out on your days off. You were always out drinking with your buddies while I was going to and from the hospital like a damn delivery service. If I ever had the nerve to take issue with you, you give me the same old "I'm busy with work" excuse and palm everything off on me.
I know that, babe. Everything you said is true. I treated you unfairly. but I promise things will be different this time.
It's too late. You didn't protect me from her bullying, and you forced me to do everything at the hospital while ignoring everything I said the whole time. If that wasn't bad enough, you decided we were moving in with her without so much as asking my opinion. I don't need a piece of garbage like you in my life, Eric, so you can go crawl in the trash where you belong for all I care. We're never getting back together, so just hurry up and sign the paper so we can be done with it.
No, please, 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 I don't want a divorce.
The only reason the divorce scares you so much is because it means looking after your mom all by yourself. You don't have an honest bone in your body. I'm sick and tired of you, and I want out.
No, Luna, that's not why at all. I don't want a divorce because I love you. You're the most important person in the world to me. I just took you for granted, that's all. The truth is, I think you're way out of my league. You're beautiful, funny, kind, and caring. Meeting you was the best thing that ever happened to me. Well, I can change. I mean it. I'm ready to turn over a new leaf. I'll never make you do anything you don't want to ever again. And we'll always discuss things before making decisions from now on. Please, just reconsider the divorce. Please, just give me another chance.
You already had more than enough chances. You're the one who blew him. I don't love you anymore, Eric. Scratch that. I don't even like you.
I'm so sorry. I know I messed up. Please, help me. I don't know how I'll get through this without you.
You want my help? Why would I do anything for a guy who ignored and ridiculed me when I asked him to help me? You said you'd take care of your mom's situation, all on your own. Live up to your word, and quit pestering me with your incessant whining. You shouldn't threaten me with divorce if you weren't willing to go through with it, coward. I had no choice but to take Eric to divorce court. However, in a hilarious irony, he was so busy trying to juggle the mammoth responsibility of working full-time and caring for his mom that he couldn't make it to the hearings. Which means I won by default, and I got my divorce without a hitch. The whole thing cost me more money and time than I would have liked, but I guess it's a small price to pay for cutting ties with a mother-in-law and husband from hell. I couldn't be more relieved that that phase of my life is over. Eric sent me a letter of apology through his lawyer after everything was finalized. Needless to say, the letter, on which nothing was written but a hastily scribbled, "Please take me back," went in the trash immediately. I guess he was too busy to write anything else. I like to think his writing was interrupted by yells of, "Son, I need the toilet again!" Realizing his only two options were to look after his mom himself or put her in a care home, he decided to try and set the wheels in motion for the latter. But his mom, who other than her bad leg, was absolutely fine and still pretty energetic for her age, was vehemently opposed to the idea, and gave him the telling off of a lifetime for even suggesting it. The thought that he's far too busy to look for love again is incredibly reassuring, because it means no one else will have to go through what I went through, and he has to suffer the consequences of his actions all on his own. I hope the two of them stay confined to their bitter, hostile, stress-filled world for as long as possible. That way, they won't be able to bother anyone else. I decided on a change of career while me and Eric were working through the divorce proceedings and started studying to be a carer. I passed my exams with flying colors after a year of study, and now I work full-time in a care home. You might think that's odd, but it wasn't because I didn't like the thought of looking after people that I refused to move in with Eric's mom. It was because I didn't want to look after her. Things can get stressful at work, but it's nothing compared to what I went through back then. And while I may come home exhausted every night, I know I'm making a difference in the world. And that's an amazing feeling. Want to know something else that's nice? Getting paid for my work. If I'd have been dumb enough to move in with Eric's mom, I wouldn't have seen a cent for my efforts. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't anxious about what the future might hold back at the time of the divorce, but everything went surprisingly smoothly, and I'm enjoying adjusting to my new life. I'll never suppress my feelings for the sake of another person, again. Because if we do that, whose life are we really living? My number one priority is my own happiness from here on out. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll meet someone to share it with.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hey Rodney, sorry to message you while you're at work. I try to avoid it when I can. Is now a good time? You got a minute?
It's all good. I was actually just waiting for you to message me. How's your dad doing? Did he come around yet?
No, it's not good, Rodney. He just passed away.
I see. Wow, this has all been so sudden.
To think he was only carried off in an ambulance this morning. I knew he wasn't doing great, but I had no idea he'd be gone by the afternoon. He was so lively and in such good spirits when I met up with him this time last week.
No kidding. I didn't see this coming. Wow, I just can't believe it. Amelia, are you okay? How are you holding up?
I'm okay. I can't say the same for my mom, though. She's in a state of shock.
Your mom and dad were always getting along so well. I guess she just lost her soulmate. She's bound to be in a bad way right now.
She's barely spoken a word since we got the news. I think she's in a lot of pain. I can't bear to see her like this.
You must be really worried about her.
I am. I don't think she's gonna be herself for a while. All I can do is keep an eye on her and make sure she's eating and drinking properly.
Right. Can't expect her to be herself after what happened. This is gonna take time.
With Mom like this, it looks like I'm the only one in any state to make arrangements for the funeral. I've never done anything like this before, and honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing. Things might get a little crazy for us over the next few weeks, Rodney. I'm probably not going to have as much time as usual to keep on top of things at home either. So I'm sorry if things get a bit chaotic for you.
Don't be silly, babe. You don't have to worry about that. I've got it covered. How's the schedule for the funeral looking? Do you have any dates in mind yet?
Well, firstly, I'm thinking about holding the wake tomorrow evening at 5 p.m. Then the funeral itself at 11 a.m. the day after.
Got it. I'll book the day after tomorrow off work pronto.
Okay, sweetie. Thanks.
As for tomorrow, though, I'm supposed to be entertaining a major client of ours, and it's not the kind of thing I can pull out of short notice. No one else is available to take over for me either. I'm sorry, babe, but there's a chance I'm not going to be able to make it to the wake tomorrow. I'll do my best to get away early if I can, but I can't promise anything.
Oh, now that you mention it, you did say you'd be back late tomorrow evening, didn't you? Got it. It's okay, don't worry about it, honey. As long as you can make it to the funeral itself, I don't mind. I wouldn't want to go causing you any problems at work. If it's looking like it's gonna be too late, you don't have to worry about coming to the wake. I totally understand.
Sorry, babe. I really wish I could be there. They're our biggest client.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. This has all happened so suddenly, it's not the kind of thing you can make plans for. As long as you make it to the funeral first thing the next morning, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna head home and get some things together before heading out to my mom's place now. I think it's best I stay with her for a little while to make sure she's okay. I'll be staying over there from tonight onward for the foreseeable future.
All right. You don't have to worry about me. I'll be fine looking after myself for a while. You just focus on making sure your mom's okay. I know all this must be so difficult for you, babe. I'm here if you need anything. Oh yeah, what about May? I take it I'll be looking after her this evening?
Don't be silly. You have work tomorrow. I'm gonna go pick her up from the nursery soon. Then I'll be taking her to my mom's with me. I think having May around could be just what she needs right now. Actually, she's going to be staying at my mom's with me.
Oh, my bad. I see.
All I ask is that you look after the cats. You know, keep them fed and clean their litter trays out.
All right, leave it with me.
Thanks, honey. All right. Well, I have some stuff to take care of now. I'll message you later on.
Got it. You've gone through a lot, babe. I want you to know I'm here for you.
Good morning, Rodney. Are you awake already?
I just woke up. I'm getting ready to make my way there as we speak. I just have to go straight to the church, is that right? I haven't been there before, so I'm gonna let my sat-nav take me to the address you gave me.
Right. We've all been here waiting for a while, so just look out for the crowd. My aunts and uncles are all here, so we should be pretty easy to spot. If you make your way straight here, you won't be able to miss us.
Alright.
Come as quickly as you can, okay? May's been bored for a while now. She keeps complaining and she's super restless. I have so much to do. I don't have time to keep her entertained. I want to play with her, but it's out of my hands.
Kids can be a pain at times like this, huh? Okay, I'll be there as fast as I can. I'm rushing to get my things together right now. I won't be long.
I'm counting on you, Rodney. Please hurry. I hung your suit up by the bedroom closet, and your shoes should be by the front door. Oh yeah, if you can, would you mind bringing a few of May's picture books? I could really do with something to keep her occupied before she gets so bored I lose control of her.
Got it, picture books. I'll get a bunch of them together now. Let me know if you need anything else before I leave. I think I should be there within 30 minutes or so. See you soon, babe.
Rodney, where the hell did you go? The funeral service just ended. We're all on our way to the crematorium now, but you're nowhere to be seen? What's going on?
Sorry! Holy Jesus balls, is it that time already? I'm coming back now. I'll be there immediately. Don't worry, babe, I won't be long.
You just disappeared from the church all of a sudden in the middle of the funeral. What are you playing at?
Sorry, babe, I fell asleep at the house. I was in such a rush this morning and I forgot to feed the cats and clean their litter trays. You should have seen the look Mr. Wiggleton gave me when I walked through the front door. I rushed back to feed them as soon as I realized. I lay down for a sec on the sofa to rest my eyes. I only meant to stop for a minute, but I must have fallen asleep.
Interesting. So tell me, is this an excuse you just came up with? Or did you have it ready from the beginning?
No, it's not like that. It's not an excuse, it's the truth. I'm not proud of it. I really did go back home to feed the cats and fell asleep. Damn it, I'm such an idiot.
Oh, you did go home. I know that part is true. But surely you must mean something else when you say you fell asleep.
Huh? Why would I mean something else? What are you talking about?
We all saw you on the sofa with my sister on the pet camera. No one had any idea where you disappeared to, and to our surprise, there you both were.
Wait, you saw us? What the hell?
Yes, and I'm still watching you as we speak.
Gah! Who would do such a thing? You're joking, right? Please tell me you're making this up.
I'm not making anything up, and I'm not joking. I'm watching you right now, and I can see you curled up with my sister on the sofa, plain as day. Don't you think it's about time you two put some clothes on? How long do you plan on lazing around on the sofa half naked in the middle of the day? You're gonna get our house dirty.
Are you seriously watching us? But how? How is that possible?
Like I already told you, the pet camera app. I saw what was so important you had to ditch me halfway through my dad's funeral. I saw all of it. You two looked like you were having the time of your lives. It's no wonder you got tired and fell asleep after all that steamy action.
The pet camera? What even is that? Since when do we have one of those? Is it new?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it is. We were gonna be away from the house a few days, so I thought it best to set up one so I could watch the cats. I'm normally home, so they're not used to being on their own, and you know what little trouble causers they can turn into when they feel stressed out. I was worried, so I asked my mom if she had any ideas, and luckily she had a spare camera that Dad had bought to watch the dogs when the two of them went on holiday together.
I never knew about any of this.
Sorry, I forgot to tell you because I've been so busy lately. I'm glad I didn't, though.
You have got to be kidding me.
Do you have any idea how much trouble you caused us at the funeral? You were supposed to be watching May when you disappeared. She had no idea where you'd gone, and she was panicking because I told her not to leave your side. I showed her the camera app out of desperation. I thought maybe watching the cats would keep her entertained for long enough to get us through the funeral. And when I did, she said you were on there.
Oh my god, are you serious? You're saying May saw me too?
Luckily, I realized what was going on in time to take the phone off of her before the main event started. To think, I caught my husband cheating on me with my sister on the pet camera. There's no way I was ever gonna show that to a kid.
I see. Oh, I'm really pleased to hear that.
All of the adults at the funeral saw you though. My entire family. Just what the hell were you and my sister thinking?
I'm so sorry.
I can't believe you ditched me at my dad's funeral to do that. This isn't the kind of thing that goes away with an apology.
But I really am sorry. I'm gonna make my way to you guys now.
Don't bother. I can't believe you'd even suggest it in the first place. What did you plan on saying to my relatives after they'd all seen you romping with my sister on the sofa? Have you lost your mind? You can tell my sister she's not welcome here either.
No, we're gonna come. Your dad meant a lot to me. He was always so kind and helpful.
You can come if you like, but you won't be getting into the crematorium or having any part in anything. To think you'd miss my dad's funeral to have your sordid little tryst and then just expect to turn up afterwards as if everything was fine and dandy. How dare you!
We didn't mean to miss anything. We just fell asleep. The plan was to make it back in time for the ceremony before things started.
I can't believe you're cheating on me, Rodney. This doesn't even feel like real life right now. I'm fully expecting to wake up at any moment and realize it's all been a big nightmare. And not only that, but with my own sister? I can't be held responsible for my actions if I see your faces. Consider this your last and only warning. Leave me to say goodbye to my dad in peace. You were absolutely not to come here. And that goes for the both of you.
Fine. Okay, I'll wait for you at home.
What are you talking about? You really have lost your mind, haven't you? I'm never going back there. Me and May will be living with my mom at her house from now on.
Please, just wait. I know emotions are running high right now. Let's not do anything drastic. This isn't the time to make big decisions, babe. Your head isn't in the right place. You shouldn't even joke about things like that. Let's just talk this through like adults. I'm sure we can reach some kind of understanding if we just try.
I have nothing to say to you. You and my sister are both dead to me now. Oh yeah, and you better prepare yourselves for what's coming. Pass the message on to my sister. Now if you'll excuse me, we're busy and we have lots to do. So if you don't mind never contacting me again, that would be great.
Hey, Amelia, you there? The cats are gone! What happened? Could they have run away?
I took them to my mom's place while you were at work. I didn't want them staying there with you.
You seriously don't plan on coming back here, do you?
That's right, I seriously don't. Me, May, Mr. Wiggleton, and Mr. Bigglesworth will all be living with my mom from now on. My mom's super lonely without my dad, so I think this could actually be just what she needs. She seems a little bit more like her old self now. I think things are just perfect this way.
Perfect? This is about as far from perfect as things could possibly be. You don't really mean that, do you? What about us? What about what we had? I'm begging you, baby. Please come back. Let's mend these wounds.
Not happening. I have no interest in ever seeing a low-life, two-timing scumbag like you again for as long as I live.
This isn't fair. What about me? I'll never get to see you or May again at this rate. The thought of it alone breaks me up inside. The cats, too. The house is so quiet without you guys, it's plain creepy. Being here all on my own isn't good for my mental health. I feel like I'm being crushed by the loneliness of it all.
Cool. The thing is, Rodney, if I was that important to you, you would have never cheated on me in the first place, would you? You're just sad you got caught, that's all.
No, it's not just that I got caught. I'm genuinely sorry I did it. I swear. But that's the only time we ever did it. It was a one-off, and it'll never happen again. That's why I'm begging you, baby. Please, please, please forgive me. I can change. I can be the man you need, the man you deserve. I'll never do anything like this again for as long as I live. I'll do anything you say. I'll help more around the house. I'll be the model husband, I promise. Believe in me, baby, I can do this.
A one-off, you say?
That's right, a one-off. That was the first and the last time. Your sister kept inviting me to slip out of the funeral together. She was so persistent, she wouldn't take no for an answer. I don't want to badmouth her because she's your family, but to tell you the truth, I felt like she was forcing me, and I didn't know how to refuse her.
Interesting. Is that so?
That's right, babe. That's exactly how it was. I wish I just said no. All this could have been avoided if I had just acted like a man and said no. But I didn't. I couldn't. I failed you, baby. And you deserve better. Please, just give me one more chance. I'm begging you!
Your excuse-making ability really is quite impressive. You'd make a fantastic con man.
Oh my god, baby. It's not an excuse! What do I have to do to make you believe me? It's the truth! From the heart, I swear! I know I've been stupid. I've been a fool. I'll happily admit it. I'm the world's biggest moron. But I'm not lying.
The problem is, it wasn't just a one-off, was it? My sister told me you've been doing this for over a year now.
Huh? You spoke to your sister? I thought she ran off somewhere. She said she was ignoring you.
On the day of the funeral? It's true that she seemed to be trying to escape somewhere after she left our house. And as you say, she wasn't replying to my messages. Thankfully, my uncle caught sight of her with a load of suitcases on her way to the airport and bundled her into his car before she could get away. He made her confess to everything.
Everything?
Everything about your relationship. You've been seeing each other for over a year, haven't you? She told me all about how you'd meet up in secret every time we held a family get-together at my mom's house. Not only that, but you regularly met up on your own time, too. I guess that explains why you kept coming back from work later than usual.
No, it's not what it looks like, babe. I just didn't know how to refuse her invites. She seriously wouldn't take no for an answer. She was like a woman possessed. I went the first time because I thought she might back off after that. But if anything, it just got worse. She threatened to tell you if I didn't keep seeing her. She made me into her hostage. I had no choice but to continue the relationship. You have no idea how trapped, how powerless she made me feel.
I do wish you'd stop lying already, Rodney. Can't you see it's over? The cat's out of the bag. Accept it. I saw your entire message history. It's pretty obvious you were a willing partner in this whole affair. My precious honey bunny, my beloved sugar dumpling, my delightful sweetie pie. I could go on, but I'd probably throw up. Not only that, but you invited her out just as much.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, babe.
You're a pathetic liar, Rodney. Even despite the fact I clearly know everything, you still persist in trying to keep up the facade. I'll never be able to trust another word you say, which is why there's only one thing for it. I want a divorce.
Please, no! Anything but divorce!
It didn't have to be this way, but you chose my sister over me. I saw what you said about me in the messages. If anything, shouldn't you be celebrating? You two finally get to be together out in the open now.
The messages? Ignore that, babe. I just got carried away. I didn't mean any of it, I swear. Your sister was nothing more than a fling. A cheap thrill. I don't have feelings for her, I promise. I only have eyes for you, Amelia. You're the one I love, no one else. Please, rethink the divorce.
Wow, really? You love me? Is that a lie too?
No! They're the truest words I've ever spoken. I love you more than anyone or anything. You're the most important person in the world to me.
You ditched me and our daughter at my own dad's funeral to have a seedy little romp with my sister on our sofa while I mourn,
completely broken and drenched in tears. Tell me how I'm supposed to believe a word you say. Is this how you treat the person you love most in the world? Or rather, is it how you treat someone you couldn't care less about? Because the answer seems obvious to me. Anyway, we're divorcing no matter what you say, or how much you beg and plead. And that's final, so you're better off just accepting it. I got ample proof of the affair from my sister, and I'm willing to present it in court if you force my hand. I'll be leaving the rest to my lawyer from here.
Oh my god. Are you saying me and you can't talk this through like adults? We have to go through lawyers now? Is that where we're at?
Yes, that's where we're at. If you have anything further to say, contact my lawyer. I have nothing more to say to you.
Why not? How could you end our marriage over text message? Is this all we are to you? How could you leave something this important to a lawyer? Aren't we capable of sorting through our own problems?
You can play dumb all you like. But I know you understand why I'm doing this deep down, Rodney. You know you're a liar. I could never believe another word that came out of your mouth. So even if we did speak face to face, it would be meaningless.
How can you say that so easily? We're family. You know this means depriving May of her father, don't you? Are you prepared to go through with that? You need to calm down and think this through logically, Amelia.
Oh, believe me, this wasn't an easy decision to make. The thought of separating May from her father breaks me up too.
Right? In that case, let's talk this through in person. Let's not end things like this. I'll apologize until you're satisfied. Please, just give us one more chance.
I've been betrayed by my husband and sister. Do you have any idea how it feels to be treated like this by your family? By the people you should be able to trust and rely on more than anyone else? At my dad's funeral, no less. He'd be turning in his grave.
I'm prepared to spend the rest of my life making up for this, Amelia. I promise I'll do anything to prove how much you mean to me.
It wasn't just me you betrayed. You betrayed my mom, my dad, May, everyone. You could apologize 1,000,000,000 times and I still couldn't forgive you. I could live 100 lifetimes and I still wouldn't have any interest in giving us another shot. I can't trust a single word that comes out of your mouth. The discussion continued through our lawyers after that. Rodney was adamant he didn't want to divorce me, but ultimately, after much resistance, gave up and signed the papers. He was ordered by a judge to pay a hefty sum in compensation, as well as regular child support payments until May turns 18. With that, the divorce was finalized, and I was officially single again. I also charged my sister for compensation for her part in the affair, which she paid immediately. It doesn't make up for what they did to me, but it's at least nice to not have to worry about money. My sister was also married, and she had no way of hiding her actions from her husband, who saw the camera footage along with everyone else at the funeral. Naturally, he was livid, and he also filed for a divorce and demanded compensation. She was able to cover my share just fine, but had to go into debt to pay off her husband. Oh well, serves her right. My mom disowned her, and after all our relatives saw what she was up to at the funeral, she was essentially kicked out of the family. Rodney was ordered to pay my sister's ex-husband compensation too, which he agreed to through gritted teeth. Needless to say, neither of them are going to be able to afford a holiday anytime soon. Between that and the compensation and child support he owed me, his savings just didn't cut it. He too had no choice but to go into debt. As if that wasn't bad enough, he still owes repayments on the big house he bought for me, him, May, and the cats to live together. I can't imagine how lonely his life is gonna be from here on out. Beyond working and paying off debts, he has nothing and no one. Me and May left the house a long time ago, so we'll never see him again now. Good riddance. He broke down in tears and begged us not to leave, but no matter how sorry he is, no matter how much he thinks about what he's done, some things are simply unforgivable. I hope he suffers the unbearable soul-crushing pain of regret for the rest of his life.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.